Hi VC, this is Bev, and this video is kind of unexpected, but I'm just quite excited about the whole thing, so I thought I'll just do a video. So it's the weekend here. I think it's pretty much the weekend everywhere, as I would believe, but I got away, I left work a little bit earlier than normal today, and my dad picked me up. Because the story goes like this. The other weekend we were clearing out a few things from an old cupboard and the garage, and we ended up with a couple of bags of bits and pieces that could go to a charity shop. So my dad took them to the charity shop, or shops, I don't know, I think there was 2 shops he went to. Then he came and picked me up, and I got in the car, and he says to me, "Are you interested in the band Deep Purple?" And I says, "Well, yes." I says, "I'm kind of trying to decide if I like them or not." I says, because obviously, I just picked one up recently, and I got another couple recently from Vinylizer. And then he says, "And what about Diamond Head?" And I went, "Oh, aye." I says, I'm definitely interested in them as well, because some of their stuff's quite tricky to get a hold of." He says, "Oh, well, I've got one of them." He says, and I says, "Oh, well, I'll need to go and see what one it is, and so I says, "Can you run me along on the way home," sort of thing. So we went back home via this charity shop that had some records in it, and as it turns out, the Diamond Head was there, and it's actually the one they had was that one, which I've already got, which is the Borrowed Time one. Oh, I've got that already. But while I was there, I just had a look through the other records that were there. I saw the Deep Purple ones. I thought, I'll leave them now. I don't, because Deep Purple, I am trying to decide if I like them or not. But I'm not as eager to get into them as I am some other bands. So, and lo and behold, I came out of that charity shop with 6 records, and I think in total they cost me £29 roughly, and so many pence, £29 something pence for 6 records, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So I don't know if somebody had just handed a bunch of stuff in, but so the ones I picked and brought home. Thin Lizzy, and this is Life Live. It's dubbed as Thin Lizzy Live double album, and it's Vertigo. Now I think it's 1983. It says here this, and it's got all their hits. I'm not 100% sure as of yet where this was recorded, but it's Thin Lizzy Life featuring, and this is the lineup at this point, at full lineup. You've got Brian Downey on the drums, Scott Gorham guitars, and Darren Horton. God, I ken his name as well. Where did he end up? He ended up somewhere else later on. Darren Horton keyboards. John Sykes is in the band at this point on guitars, and Snowy White, who does lead and harmony guitars on Renegade. And then you've got guest appearances by Gary Moore, Eric Bell and Brian Robertson. And I thought, well, with all these guitar players, then I've got to have this, I've got to listen to this. So I picked this one up. This was £7. It's a double album, gatefold, beautiful condition. There's barely a mark on the gatefold, on the sleeves. It comes with the inner sleeves as well. The old homemade taping is killing music thing. And Vertigo, I've had a look at these already. It's on the Sunshine, kind of sunset, orangey yellow Vertigo label, and the record, both of them, they look in pretty amazing condition. They're excellent. There's hardly a mark on them. So to be honest with you, this album looks like it's hardly been played. So that one was £7. yeah, so this, and I've been after this for a while. I was going to buy it on eBay a couple of times, and I just never got around to it. But I had seen it priced at £8, £9, £12 on eBay. But I spotted this, and this is Tobruk and Wild on the Run. And there's a couple of songs on here that take me back to the days when, well, was it 1990 or something? 1985, actually, to be honest. 1985 is the album, but I think it was around about 1990 when I first heard them being played on the radio at one time, and I quite liked what I heard. So Tobruk, and this was £4. Again, fine condition. The only issue with that is that it's not split through, but it's just got a little mark as if it is going to be possibly trying to split through. Plain inner. And EMI, Parlophone, and again, the record looks like it's hardly been played. I can hardly see a mark. It looks brand new. It really does. It's that good. So I was thrilled to see this. The third one I picked up, we had a couple of Molly Hatchets, and the first one I saw, I thought, oh, that's not the one I'm after, and then I saw this one, which was the one I was after. I wanted to get a hold of this album by Molly Hatchet, which is The Deed Is Done. Again, £4, beautiful condition, absolutely lovely. This one is 1984, this album. But I've listened to a couple of their songs on YouTube, and I like the sound of this album. It's kind of more 80s sound. I've got their debut album, which is about 1978, and it's kind of very sort of, I would term it kind of American southern rock style. This one's a little bit more kind of 80s rock sounding, and it's on Epic. The Deed Is Done, and it's beautiful condition. There's just a couple of very light hairline scuffs, but on the whole it looks like it's barely been played. I'm looking through these and thinking, oh, what's going on here? There's so many cool albums here. The next one I laid my eyes on is Tigers of Pantang's Wildcat. I think this is their debut. So I've been after this for a while, and I've seen it on eBay, priced, anywhere upwards of £15. £4 again. And again, it's in fine condition, barely a mark. Just the plain inner for this plain. And this is MCA Records, this one, with the rainbow label. And does have Tigers of Pantang on the logo. So this one was 1980, and for 1980 again there is a couple of very light surface scuffs, but again I think it spent more time in the jacket than on the turntable. So I was absolutely thrilled, because I was half thinking I was going to end up paying about £15-20 to get this. And I was kind of hoping for one at a bargain price, and honestly my waiting just paid off the day. And so alongside that one I spotted this one. It's another one I'm after. Again, Tigers of Pantang, Spellbound. Now this is in a funny kind of sleeve. It's slightly different. There's a texture about it, and it's not got the flat spine. It's just like a pointy, like an envelope, stiff kind of envelope style spine. So there's no room to put the writing on it. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's in really good condition. And this, it's got the original hype sticker. It says includes the hit singles Hellbound in the Story So Far, and free autograph poster with this copy, it says there. And lo and behold, when I looked inside, well, it has the poster. And it has an original merchandise sheet. Your t-shirt would have cost you £3.95. Oh, if only. And on that side, I've just got a picture of the band there, so I thought that was cool. So the autographed poster, I think it's just like printed autographs. I don't think it's official. Have a good look. It's quite difficult to see, but I'm pretty certain it's just a print of the actual signatures, because they're all down the bottom here in sort of a blue. Can you see that? They're there. And a picture of the band, and it's in lovely condition. This has not been put on anybody's wall. I thought, wow, that's cool to have the original poster, the merch sheet. And the other sleeve on this as well, you do get the lyrics, etc., and collage of band pictures. So I've been after this one for a while, and I've had my eye on a copy. I've been watching one on eBay for a while, but the guy's asking for £19.99, and I was kind of just hoping he might lower it, but at the end of the day, no need to worry about that now. MCA again, and beautiful condition again. I can't believe my luck here. So yeah, for this one I paid £7. But it's a blooming sight better than paying double, triple that. So I'm well chuffed, because I've been after these Tigers albums, because I've heard a lot of people saying that the earlier ones, the first 3 or 4, are about the best. Specifically the first 3, I think. So that's 2. I think I need to get, there's another one, and it's got like a reddish, orangish background, and the tiger's on this big, long circus type wheel thing or something. I can't remember. It's that one. So that was 5, and the 6th one that I picked up, I just had to. I just had to. This is an original press from 1982. Screaming for Vengeance, and it's got a hype sticker too, which says includes free poster, and yes, the poster's in it. And I'm like, I don't believe this. £4 for an original Judas Priest. Is that not ridiculous? There we have the poster. So I'll have a look at this as well. It has the record catalogue number at the bottom right, bottom left. There you go. Again, this hasn't been put on a wall. And down here it says CBS 85941. I have this on the CD, I've got the remaster, but if I see any Judas Priest originals going at that kind of price, I've got to grab it. Got to grab it. The inner sleeve again is smashing. There is no splits anywhere. Lyrics. And this one is on the Sunset CBS, orange and yellow. Yep, 1982, made in England. And again, the thing isn't beautiful, it's just dusty. I haven't cleaned any of them yet. But what can you say? So because Dad happened to mention the Deep Purple, well, the Diamond Head one was what kind of made me go right away, in case it was one of the others, that because I am after, if I can find them at the right price, I would like to get a couple of the other Diamond Heads originals. I believe they've got a new album coming out this year. I'm not sure if anybody's aware of that, but Diamond Head have got a new release coming out. If it's not already out, I think there's a picture of a steam engine on the front cover. Anyway, but so that's just unbelievable. So what a fine start to the weekend. So I wasn't expecting to come home with all this. So Just one other thing I wanted to mention, in case anybody out there in the UK, or if you're looking for something specific, I can go back and check. They had a bunch of white snake stuff. I think, John, if you're watching this, you'll probably have them all, but I know they did have Slip of the Tongue. They had Saints and Sinners, I think, and I think they had Ready and Willing, and they also had Trouble, which was on the white cover, and they all looked in decent condition. And another band, they had a handful, they had about 2 or 3. They had King Crimson. And from memory, I think they had Lark's Tongue in Aspic, which is 1973, and they had In the Wake of Poseidon, which is 1970, and they had Islands. So they had, I'm sure it's those 3, because I was trying to look from what I saw in my mind, and I was checking online against the album covers. However, I know for a fact they've got one priced at £75. Can't remember which one, but the charity shop has obviously done their research, and that's what they had it priced at. And there's a few Rolling Stones albums in there as well. There was about 2 or 3 maybe, and I can't remember what ones they were at all, because the Rolling Stones have got tons of stuff, obviously. If anybody is interested, I can go back this weekend and have a look and get more detail if anyone is interested, wants to know a price or anything. Or if, they might not be there, but hey ho. But if anyone's interested and wants me to maybe look at these a bit further, I can do that, because it's not too far away for me to get to. So, on that note, have a nice evening, and I'll be back with another video fairly soon. Bye now.